Reflection has always played a big part in my life, and I think it should play a big part in others. When I read this poem, it made me think of all the times I got to sit back and not have to do anything and just be able to think about my life and what I want to change, what I want to do better. And this poem just made me think of this, and that's why it's my favorite poem. And I feel like I can really. Its static bird songs pound the hollow vastness of the sky, with metallic clinkings, beating color up into it at a far edge, beating it, with rising, triumphant ardor, stirring it into warmth, quickening it, a spreading change, breaking wildly against it as, dividing the horizon, a heavy sun lifts himself, is lifted, bit by bit above the edge of things, runs free at last, out into the open, lumbering, glorified in full release upward. Songs cease. I go to a summer camp in the Berkshires called Beckett, and this camp has played a huge part in my life and really has helped me become the man I am today. But every Sunday we have a chapel service by the lake, and it's just the most beautiful place in the world, and I love it. It isn't a religious service, but more of a service just talking about how to be a better person in life and really just how to get through it. And I think this relates to the poem because the poem lies about looking forward, and just this place by the lake has just been this place where I can think deeply about life. And when I read this poem, it made me really think about deep thinking and just beautiful places to reflect and think about life. Probably the best experience I've ever had was with my dad on Dad's weekend at my camp when he slept over. We woke up early, got out of the tent, and walked down to the lake. We sat on the library porch, which has just this amazing view over the lake, and it was just a great moment where I got to sit there with my dad. We didn't talk about anything, but I just reflected on my life, and it was really just a beautiful thing. Kind of like editing a paper, going back and just seeing what you've done wrong, what you want to do right. And just when I read this poem, and sunrise, it just painted this beautiful picture of that sunset I watched with my dad, and it immediately made me think of these moments that I've just shared with my dad, and these moments where I've just gotten to reflect and see something beautiful and just kind of think about life. Its static bird songs pound the hollow vastness of the sky, with metallic clinkings, beating color up into it at a far edge, beating it, with rising triumphant ardor, stirring it into warmth, quickening it, a spreading change, rooting wildly against it as, dividing the horizon, a heavy sun lifts himself, is lifted, bit by bit above the edge of things, runs free at last, out into the open, lumbering, glorified in full release upward. Songs cease.